What's up, guys? Another video today. I'm going to be covering the specialist, support, and warrior roles for the changes that came in patch 16.4 in Heroes of the Storm. So if you roll over to the specialist heroes, Abathur saw some nerfs to her Toxic Nest. So the talent Vest or Vile Nest does not slow as much anymore as it used to, and it's a second less. So people found the mines overwhelming, especially the slow talent that you take at I believe level 7. I thought it was pretty fine because it just punishes people for rotating. It's a good counter. You know, it can get fairly annoying with a really good Abathur player, so they just found it a little bit more less appealing to the common eye, so they gave it a little bit of a detriment. And they also buffed the Carapace for her symbiote, so that's pretty nice. I found the shield kind of like lackadaisical, not really absorbing too much unless you spec talents into her Carapace ability. So if you scroll down to Zagara, so Zagara's found some significant nerfs as well. People may not think that her nerfs aren't that detrimental to her kit, but lowering the 100 killer health by virtually 80 HP points is a pretty significant change. That's pretty much one power shot, one auto attack less that they have to do in order to kill the 100 killer. So in a sense, it's almost as if you're gonna treat 100 killer like a pufferfish from Murky. It's gonna clear it out real quick before you take too much damage. Still, it's not gonna change Zagara at all as far as going 100 killer. Still, it's still a harassment tool, especially if you spec into the Meatless talent. Still makes her pretty strong, but definitely an unforeseen nerf that I saw. But hey, it could change Zagara in many ways. You could see a lot of results from it. Aside from that, they did up the cooldown on Devouring Maw. People saw, or Blizzard saw, as it being used too frequently for as amount of a game-breaking effect, game fight effect that it had. So I do agree with that talent change, or that ability change, cooldown change. And if we go shift over our sites to support, Kharazim, they pretty much increased the healing amount from Breath of Heaven, but they decreased the healing amount from the Echo of Heaven. So that's the talent that you would get at level 4 or 7, I believe, that pretty much cast a second Breath of Heaven momentarily right after the first cast, and it does 50% less. But now instead of nerfing it, they just nerfed it even more. So now people are probably going to be taking Cleanse over Echo of Heaven, because Breath of Heaven, since they increased the healing of it by 30 HP points, it's probably gonna just be enough to just keep Breath of Heaven and not spec into it, as most Kharazims felt obligated to do anyways. So the biggest change, if we hop over to the warrior, Artanis. They pretty much revamped this guy's toolkit, revamped this guy's talent kit, and they just mess with him so much. But on the bright side, they're all positive. Health increase, almost 100, or yeah, just about 100 points shy of HP bonus to start out with. HP regeneration also increased. A lot of cooldown reductions as far as talents, ability reductions, increased the time for that ability reduction for that talent. Increase damage to to non-heroic targets. It's all buffs for Artanis, which is great. I love to see him in competitive play, to kind of see him as a bruiser, or maybe even a tank in the more coordinated games. And last but not least, if we head over to Sonya's side, they just did a increase for Wrath of Berserker. It could be a pretty big change, but to be honest, they kind of just did it because they found players using it too frequently. either using it to take camps, using it to clear waves, using it to take towers down, forts down. They kind of just wanted to let it be a more heroic type of ability, and you can only use it sparingly instead of spamming it. Kind of similar nerf to KT's Phoenix. They kind of just found it, hey, this is kind of, you know, not really an ultimate heroic type of ability because they can spam it so frequently. So that's about it for the second segment of today's video, covering the patch changes for the Specialist, Support, and Warrior role for 16.4. Again, this is Jay Reese signing off for the _movement, and I'll thank y'all for watching.